What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today I want to talk about a new Strand Heavy Machine Gun that was introduced earlier this season, a weapon that you don't want to pass up on and accidentally dismantle, as this heavy machine gun offers a few unique and powerful weapon trait combinations. The Marcato-45 is a Suros heavy machine gun, and like most every Suros weapon, you see it drop out of Legend and Master Law sectors, Gunsmith Ingrams, or as just a random world drop. But don't let the fact that this is a free weapon lead you to believe that the Marcato isn't a good weapon. This is an adaptive framed 450 RPM Strand machine gun. The only other Strand machine gun is the Circular Logic, which is reserved to those who own Lightfall and can be difficult to farm God Rolls of. The Marcato has similar base stats as the Avalanche heavy machine gun. At its base, it has great aim assist and pretty solid range. As far as heavy machine guns go, it handles pretty smoothly too. Like most other Suros weapons, it's got great handling, and as long as you're not increasing the rate of fire with the Onslaught perk, it's got really good stability and recoil control. The Marcato comes with the Suros Synergy Origin trait. Reloading this weapon grants improved flinch resistance, along with improved handling. The Marcato's not a crucible weapon, and it's probably not going to land too high on the tally board when it comes to DPS. But even still, this weapon has some incredibly beneficial traits when running Strand or Strand hybrid builds. As I mentioned before, Onslaught is a 4th column trait, but I'm not a fan of it as it messes with the overall performance of the weapon too much. Golden Tricorn is also an option in the 4th column, but the one that I've found to be the most benefiting is Surrounded. This grants you a 40% increase in damage when at least 3 enemies are nearby, giving you some high impact rounds to decimate everything around you, and it's going to pair up really well with a 3rd column trait that we'll talk about here soon. Another trait in the 4th column that offers some very interesting benefits is Hatchling. Final blows with this weapon have the chance of creating hatchlings, which will synergize very nicely with Strand builds and seasonal artifact mods like Horde Shuttle, Unraveling Orbs, and Dragon's Bite. The Marcato amps up the Strand synergy by offering the new Slicer weapon trait in its 3rd column. After activating class abilities, you'll have 7 seconds to sever enemies, causing those enemies to deal 40% less damage, which can really help out in terms of survivability. And with how jacked up the power leveling scale in Destiny is, anything you can do to decrease your enemy's damage is going to help you out a lot. Demolitionist, Threat Detector, and Attrition Orbs are also in the 3rd column, and while these traits do offer some great benefits of their own, the only one that I would settle with would be Demolitionist, so that throwing grenades refills the magazine, and weapon final blows will grant grenade energy. With a combination of Sever and Hatchlings, the Marcato gives you a perfect heavy machine gun to fit into any Strand build, but Warlocks focused around Threadling generation will be the class that I see this benefiting with the most. Since this weapon doesn't have any traits to expand its magazine, I would look at improving the reloading as the main trait when it comes to magazine, barrels, and masterwork options. As I said earlier, this is not a weapon that's going to tear it up in the Crucible, not unless you're Grenader Jake or one of those guys. And it's not going to out DPS machine guns like the Thunderlord, but it is going to give you some tremendous benefits when you're taking on Nightfalls, dungeons, law sectors, and pretty much any other PvE oriented activities. Since the Marcato isn't tied to Season of the Wish, it will likely be around for a while. And it's free. It'll probably even pop up as a featured weapon within Banshee's inventory. So when you see the Marcato-45 with Sever and Hatchlings, or Sever and Surrounded, you need to use that shit. And let me know what you think about it once you have. And with that said, I wish you all the best of luck throughout this season. Let me know what you've been enjoying the most so far, and let me know what your thoughts are about the Marcato-45. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. If you're a new Light Guardian just starting your journey, or a battle-hardened veteran just looking for a new home, then be sure to check out the Discord link in the description below and join one of the greatest communities in all of Destiny. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy holidays and some happy hunting.